I am replicating this dress that has the ruffles at the hem, which extends all the way to the waistline for my client. And I decided to show you the procedure of how I made it so that you can make yours as well. Does this look like what you would like to learn? Great! So let's delve into this. My name is Priska Oserale. Thank you for joining us today on Gold Imperial Academy's channel. I am the lead instructor at Gold Imperial Academy. Today we'll be learning how to make the dress that has ruffles at the hem, which extends all the way to the waistline. So we're going to be having the ruffles here, okay, all the way to the waistline. So I have my dress pattern here, which I have converted from my basic bodice pattern. Okay, so I'm going to mirror this because I need this to be a full pattern. However, I'll only be mirroring the waistline downwards because that is where I need the full pattern. I will not mirror my bodice area. So I'm just going to separate this at the waistline. All right, the dress has to be at the raised knee level, that is above the knee, because we'll be making up for the length with the ruffles. So now I have my pattern here. I'm going to separate at the basic body so that I'll be able to mirror the waist downwards. Okay, you will use your tracing wheel to trace out this pattern onto another paper. This is the bottom of the dress, so I'm going to do that and then use it to now mirror the pattern that I have here. Okay, so now I'm done tracing. I'm going to now pencil out what I have here with my pencil, and thereafter I would separate my pattern and then use it to mirror the other side. Okay, so here it is. I'm done penciling it out now. So I'm going to go ahead now and attach this one to the existing one, that is the one we traced out from. Okay, all right, so I have mirrored the back pattern. I have also mirrored the front pattern. So now we want to draw out the asymmetric design for where our gathers will be. Okay, as a guideline, you can begin from your hip line. Okay, you can just use your free hand or you can use a curve ruler. All right, so I'm dealing with the front first, so just mark. Okay, or you can do it straight. You connect from one side of your pattern to the hem of the other side of your pattern. But before we do that, what I have here is a basic straight skirt, okay, even though it is at the raised knee. So before we continue, we are going to taper it a bit at the hem. So I'll just taper it by 1 inch. Okay, you can do that before you mirror so that you won't have to stress yourself doing this. Okay, so this is for the front. I'm going to do that for the back as well. Alright, so now we have our tapered sketch. You can do 1.5 if you would rather have it closer to your body, but I want to be on the safe side, so I'm just doing 1 inch for my client. Okay, so now moving ahead, it's time for me to draw out my asymmetric design. Okay, so I'll just draw from the hip line. The hip line is serving as my guideline, so I'll draw all the way to the hem. Okay, so I have my asymmetric style line drawn out now. Okay, you can make yours straight or you can curve it a little bit. The choice is yours. So this is for the front and this is for the back. Okay, I'll be cutting this out. I'd rather not have it separated, so I have stuck it together here. Okay, so I'll be cutting it like this. It will be having a zipper. Okay, so this is the bottom of the dress. It's going to carry a zipper. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the asymmetric design. So to be safe, you can label this front and then also add your cutting instructions. Cut one piece. Okay, so add 0.5, add 1 inch. Okay, also add 0.5 for hemming allowance, or 1 inch depending on how you want to finish this off. For this, I'm going to be using the fabric to fabric and lining to lining technique of finishing. So I would need a hemming allowance for here. I would use 1 inch. Let me clean that off. So I'll use 1 inch for the hemming allowance of this. So I'll cut at the back now. Alright, so here are my patterns. This is for the front. We'll be cutting one of these. Cut one. Okay, add your annotations and all your cutting allowances. Okay, 0.5 here, 1 inch here. Okay, this is great. Okay, so I have this for the front and I have this for the back. So now I'm going to be separating this because I'll be adding a zipper like I said, so I need my zipper allowance. So this is separated now. So this is it. It has the zipper allowance like so, and this is the down part fully labeled. So also add your cutting instructions and all your annotations. Okay, so now we're going to move ahead now to cutting on fabric. I have placed all my patterns on my fabric and I have also cut them out, so we'll be proceeding to the stitching now. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please do so. Turn on the notification so that you'll be first to be informed each time we post new videos. Like and share this video if you found it very useful. Okay, I have added visible interfacing to the bodies of the dress as well as the lining of the dress. So now I'm going to be coupling everything together, but I'll be coupling the lining to the lining. So all the linings will be coupled together and all the fashion fabric will be coupled together. So I would have them separately, then come back and couple everything together. So right now I'm going to go ahead and join the bodies to the bottom of the dress as well as that of the lining as well. So this is my fashion fabric. I'll be joining all the fashion fabric together as well as all the lining. This is my lining. Okay, I'll be joining all of this together and then come back and couple everything together. So here we are. I have attached the lining together and also attached my fashion fabric together, and I have gone ahead to attach the lining to my fashion fabric. So I'm going to give this a good press and give all the other pieces a good press and then begin to couple them together. So I'll add the zipper first, then go ahead and couple everything together, both the front of the dress and the back. So to determine where I'll put my gathers, okay, I'll just measure the location where I made my cut from. You remember when we did the asymmetric design on our pattern? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and measure all the way, okay, all the way to the waist of the dress. So towards the waist of the dress, I'll just come down by like 1 inch, okay, because I'll need some seam allowance to attach the waist back to that of the bodies. So I'm just going to measure all the way, okay, through the asymmetric parts, okay, and that will give me the figure that I'll be using to gather my fabric. So I have measured this. I have 30 inches. As a rule, you can multiply your measurement by 2 or 2.5. For this, I have decided to use 2.5 because of the fabric that I have. So I'm multiplying 2.5 by 30 inches, okay, and that gave me 75 inches. So the fabric that I'll be gathering onto this portion will be 75 inches, and then I'll gather it back to 30 inches. Okay, the zipper has been added to the back, and this is the front of the dress. So you can see the asymmetric design now. So now I'm going to be ruching my fabric, okay, all the way to this point, and also do the same for the back as well. Okay, so let me just show you what I mean. So this is my fabric, the one I'll be ruching. Okay, so you just gather and gather all the way, gather it all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. You gather everything and then place like so, and do the same for the front as well. So this is the back, this is the front. So I'm going to gather my fabric now and then attach to the hem of the asymmetric style line. When I'm done attaching it, I will then come back. Remember this one that we cut off, I had already lined it. So when I'm done attaching it, I will then come back and then place this like so. Okay, so I'm going to be returning this back. Okay, so just place it like so. All right, can we see? So I'll place it like so, attach it. All right, so that I'll have this, so that the gathered fabric can fall over it. So now I'm going to go ahead, gather my fabric and then attach it to the hem all the way to 0.5 below the waistline. I have attached the gathered fabric on the asymmetric portion all the way to the waist of my garment, and I want to quickly show you how I'll be joining the sides. I have joined one side. This one is pretty simple. You just join all the way to the hem of that side. For this side, you would tuck in your gathered fabric like so, and also tuck in this side like so. Okay, and then you sew. Okay, so you can finish this off with a bias strip. Okay, you can do that before you join. All right, so I'll just do this. Okay, just match the sides like this. Okay, and then carefully sew on my seam line all the way to the hem. Okay, so I'll be matching the insides together like this. Okay, so the dress will be like this. So I'm going to quickly do that and then fix the sleeves and show it to you how it looks like.